being a black woman, but like it's weird to me when I just see like black men just date white women and they have a black mother. I think there's something interesting about that. And especially cuz again, to be honest, I went to school, I went to a white school, right? A white high school. And I remember the black guys also saying like, the white girls like they just don't give us attitude. I didn't like that.
No, I literally was told Michael B. Jordan's here, so I was like, I'm gonna go up and get a snack, and then I didn't know what to do, so I was hiding in the snack room. He's the most attractive man I've ever seen in my entire life, and I hope he knows that and sees this. And I don't know if he's single or not, but no, I am, so. He's very handsome. I mean, he was like sexiest man alive like 2 years ago.
He's been standing up since he got here.
I just don't get excited for a lot of celebrities, and he's actually one that I like. I love Creed.
In my case,
let's talk about it. So I saw this post on the We Talk Bad podcast with these chicks from Carolina. These is some chicks from Charlamagne's camp. One of these chicks smash wax, like yuck. But they had this post about, I don't even know his dude's name. I guess he was in the new Creed movie, and he swelled up and he got swollen. He don't look like a little geeky nerd no more. And it's weird because I was thinking about, well, the way they framed it was the black men are jealous because they posted this pic. Y'all little boyfriend here he wasn't popping. Y'all would have passed him up 20 times in real life before he became this guy. Bro went from where my hug at to where the hoes at. So I guess you could say that's hating in a way. Like I would congratulate his brother on his improvement and move on. But the way this is framed is like this is a black man thing. This is a black people thing because, being honest, this is what black women did to Kevin Samuel or whoever. Like if they don't like you, they're gonna go back into your past and find some shit that they don't like about you. We do that with looks, improvement. We do that with money. Like one of the biggest things I hear on YouTube is, well, you didn't make this much money before YouTube and blah blah blah. Like so, what does that mean? Is that an argument? Like no, YouTube is a grind, it's a job, it's a sacrifice. You make money eventually. But you got people saying that, well, you was broke before YouTube, but they're not broke now though. Like that don't matter. Like they have the money now. They have a job that they probably make more in a year than you make in your salary at your job in a couple months. I don't understand that hate. Another thing I used to hear say a lot by black women. They'll be like, a dude will say, well, I make such and such in Atlanta. And they'll be like, well, I live in Chicago and that 95,000 ain't shit. It wouldn't do nothing here for me. Like, bitch, I don't live in Chicago. I purposely live here where I have lower taxes, lower sales tax. The property values are good, but they are affordable. Like, I don't want to live there and spend all my money on taxes and food and buying things in my house. I want to live somewhere where I could save that money and live a better life. But you try to set me up by standards of where you live when I don't live there. Like, make that make sense. But this is the shit that black people do. I don't get it. Like, but I was thinking about this though, about, and it could segue to a different video. Like, dudes improvement. Like, that's the whole thing of the YouTube. It's self-improvement and get in shape and get better and get swole and get your money up and all this other stuff. And there's always going to be people that will bring up your past or what you used to look like, whatever. Like, that's just what black people do. They'll go back 10 years and find a picture of you. And I'm thinking, like, in my mind, like, oh, shit, they improved. That's my logic is they improved. They don't look like that no more. Or they don't got that house no more. Or they don't got that car no more. They got, they did things for the betterment of themselves. But nigga logic is like, nope, we gonna ignore all the improvements you made, all the work you did, and all the grinding you did that I don't want to do. And you probably surpassed the person that's complaining in the first place, too. And they're gonna bring up some old shit. Because you was doing better than them then, but they kept grinding, they kept working hard, they kept, And I just don't get that about my people, why we do that. What is in us to reflect on the past? Now, I get, like, chicks that's getting their bodies done and acting like, they did it the right way. I can even understand the steroid thing because young dudes do be dying. Thinking, like, the same image issues that women have with these celebrities and these fake booties. These young kids do. Their death is not as quick. You know, you're not gonna make it to 50. Like all our wrestlers we grew up watching in the 80s and 90s, they all half of them dead, or all of them dead, damn near. When you lie about what you're doing and don't. But yeah, I mean, I've seen the memes of like Lala, like she should look like SpongeBob, and now she don't. I think that's one thing. But when a person actually does the hard work and they work out and they do the right thing and they make the right investments and they put themselves in a better situation, ain't no point in bringing up their past if they did the hard work to succeed. Like, they don't look like that no more. You know? Or they don't have that same car that was a piece of trash no more. I remember even DJ Envy was talking about, I remember when Kevin Samuels was in Atlanta outside the store trying to sell this. Is like, so he came up there, right? I'm sure if someone remembers when you was a DJ at your lowest bottom doing house parties for free because nobody knew who you were, they didn't want to give you a shot. Like, this is nigga logic. We will, no matter how far you've come, we will go back to the beginning of where you started and say, that's who you really are, or whatever. Now, the part 2 of this conversation I'll be too is thinking about, like, and it could be a separate video, but the whole get your shit together, work out, you know, all the Andrew Tate, Kevin Samuels, all that male improvement stuff, and then it's like, damn, you doing all this shit. What's the point in this post was, y'all wouldn't talk to him back. If he looked like this, the girls wouldn't have been thinking he's so hot and this and that. That's why I don't ever. Women are fickle and they're silly, and what's hot to them is not necessarily always logical. Like, it could just, like, half the dudes that a lot of women find attractive, especially when it comes to athletes, they're ugly motherfuckers, right? Like, so it's like you can't even rationalize how they think, work, and how they process. Dudes that some women found Michael Jackson and Prince attractive back in the day. Wesley Snipes is 5 foot something tall, but every chick talking about, I need my man to be 6 this and 6 that. But growing up, when I was a kid, our moms and aunts and all that was hot over Wesley Snipes, who's like not even 5'6". So I just think they are easily, I guess, diluted by promotion and what's being on in the media, and influenced heavily by what other people like or whatever people put in front of them. So it's not like what they say, what they like can be set. So that's why you don't become what they like. You just be who you are. Remember Tupac said, I was the nice little feminine soft dude, and I started calling women bitches and hoes, and they love me. Like, that's a thing. But in essence, this dude, the thing I got out of the post from the dude who is hating in the post is like, she said the Bobby Y'all Kings really showing out. Can't recall a time when men collectively hated on one man this much. And she says this man is literally this little guy has literally got his weight up, and the men seem to be in a frenzy. One could argue that's jealousy and envy, maybe, or just be masculine traits. Let's unpack this. Not for me. More power to you. You improve yourself, you work out. I love seeing improvement from fat people, skinny dudes who get swole, from fat chicks who lose weight and get in shape. I even like it on the process in the middle. I'm liking your shit. I'm promoting it, pushing it, keep up the good work. That level of dedication and discipline is mind-boggling. I see people that, especially white girls, they'll be in shape and out of it and in it and out of it and in it throughout their life. I'm like, that's amazing to be able to do that. Like, that's how life works sometimes. You get jobs, you get situations where you can't hit the gym like you used to. You have a kid, get married, settle down, get fat, get in a relationship, and get right back. I've literally seen this 2 chicks I follow I've known for like over 10 years, and I've watched her weight go up and down, up and down, up and down. And they're both in their 40s. And they're both fit as shit right now. Like it's like they weight change with the seasons or whatever relationship they were in. They just change. Like, that's how it is. It ain't always gonna look perfect and pretty. Sometimes it's gonna be down, sometimes it's gonna be up, but you just keep at it. But I really wanted to say though, it's like, when it comes to the getting the self-improvement stuff and getting your shit together and working out and getting your money up, that's what everybody says. Do this, do that. And it's usually by a guy that's running through bitches. And he's telling you to get your money up, to get your weight up, to get your shit together, get your swag better, get your game, talking to women better, just to compete for the same bitches that they was already running to. Like, that shit is mind-boggling to me. Like, because that's what he said. He's like, y'all would have passed him up. Like, the dudes that was getting women off the strength of nothing, which is most of them, the chick that was into the Pookies and Rays at a point in their life or whatever, or the chicks that was into the dude that had his shit together, but he was just running through women and she was just a notch on his belt. I remember just watching, like, because again, women don't think, men talk, and they do. About y'all, I'm talking about. And I remember this one girl was like bad. She was one of like a badder chick in the city. Every dude sweating her. You drink your bath for it. All types of things shit on Facebook. Big old tickle bitties, light skin thing. Dudes was just like had her in a dime. My cousin was younger than her too. Met her at the club, hung out with her that night. I had the first night, never called her back. And I'm just thinking, like, dudes out here thirst trapping. I mean, trying to being thirsty would wipe her up in a minute. Physically, yeah, she was bad, but some dude somewhere, and I'm sure that he ain't the first one that did that to her. You know, maybe it was no substance. Maybe she was an idiot. Beyond the physical, it wasn't much there. But at the end of the day, y'all all competing for the same bitches. That's just all I follow. Like, it's all recycled coochie. It's not yours. It's just your turn. But that's really what it is at the end of the day. You know? So, keep that in mind. Like, in all your improvement getting, and all your stepping your game up, it's for the same pool of women that probably wouldn't talk to you before, but they've been dealing with the men who've had their shit together and been, you know, had their swag on point and all that stuff. They just didn't want to settle down and didn't want to, and they were taking advantage of every moment of being on point. That's my view. I was thinking about that though, because like some dudes be tripping, like I wouldn't dare want a chick that was messing with the Pookies and Ray Ray, or I wouldn't want the chick that was getting ran through by this dude. But at the end of the day, that's what it's all out there. And then you got the dudes though who are whores themselves, and they mad at dudes who have standards and don't want women who for the streets, and they be like, you know, insulted by the fact that, you know, you think you carry yourself at a high regard, you got you together, you not that dude, but those dudes had her attention at one point in her life. It could have just been she was horny one night and drunk and she wanted something, and it was like that was it. And yeah, I don't know what it is with the celebrities. They all like smashing the same girls and be having dick measuring contests by people. Like, I don't get that logic with black men. That's what the Corinne Steffens shit said. It was like dudes would find out this dude messed with her and this one, and they all. I don't think like that at all. Like, maybe to say it's a notch on your belt, but these dudes be trying to be with the woman. Like, nah, wild. Yeah, be safe out there, my guys. Get your shit together, work out, improve yourself, and all that. But try to find some women with character, if there's any out there that exist still, that carry themselves in a certain right, that matches with you bring to the table now. Because some of the same chicks that you wouldn't have gotten before you did that, they for the streets.